Hello and welcome. I'm Helen Claire and this is a quick pre-run yoga sequence designed to warm up, strengthen and mobilize. Ideally, you'll need a yoga mat and you might like to have 2 blocks or something of a similar size near to hand, although they're not essential. And we'll get started. Okay, so come towards the top of your mat, taking your feet about hip width or slightly wider, hands to your thighs, bend your knees, and then lengthen your spine as you push your hands into your legs. Keeping your knees bent, and just rocking a little bit from side to side, so easing gently into the backs of your legs, although we're not really stretching too much here. And just come back to the center and just keep your spine nice and long. Now either stay with this here or you can grab your blocks. Keeping your spine nice and long, so bend your knees as much as you need to. The aim here is to lengthen out the spine, wake up the spine, not so much to lengthen or stretch the hamstrings. And you could either stay with that there or rest your ribcage on your thighs there and maybe take a hold of your elbows, relaxing your head and your neck in between your shoulders. And then if you're here, rocking slightly forwards and backwards, so just very gently into your toes and into your heels. Again, we're not aiming for a big stretch here. This is to release the spine. You might even like to rock a little bit side to side. Either take a few more breaths here. If you are up on your blocks, you might like to just release your neck a little bit there, rolling your head gently side to side. And if you don't have the blocks, you might still be up here. That's great. Draw in a little bit through the belly so you can feel that support. Good, and then we come back up the way we came. So if you're not here, if you'd like to slide your hands back onto your thighs, lift your chest, long arms, long spine, and then come all the way up to stand. And take your feet a little bit wider still. So you can turn your toes out, start to bend into your knees. So we want thighs, knees, ankles, feet going in the same directions as much as we can. Now draw your knees out a little bit. And then rather than allowing your butt to stick out too much, lengthen your tailbone, draw in through the deeper belly muscles there. And try rocking a little bit from side to side. So it doesn't matter how low you drop your hips here, just go somewhere that feels good for you today, just now. And then from the center, we'll come all the way up, reach your arms up. And then come down, bring your hands down the center in front of your chest. Breathe in as we come back up. And then this time, swing your arms out wide, cross them over the center, and all the way back up. Okay, exhale, let's come down the center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, out wide, swing the arms. I keep drawing the knees out, lengthening the tailbone. Let's just do a few more. See if you can time that movement with your own breath. Breathing in on the way up. Breathing out on the way down. Just 2 or 3 more. Just going as low as feels good, still keeping the knees drawing out. Good, all right, last one. And up. All right, relax the arms. Come back to the top of your mat. We want the feet hip width apart again. Now you may want your blocks nearby. You might like to use those. Stand nice and tall. Lengthen your tailbone down, reach up through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And then breathe in, reach both arms up. And breathe out, soften your knees, we'll fold all the way down. Hands either to the blocks or the floor. Look slightly ahead, so you lengthen out your spine and step your right leg back. Knee to the floor. Then bring your hands to your hips. Look straight ahead. Draw your shoulders back. Then place your hands, spread your fingers. Push and press back to downward facing dog. Keep the hips up high, keep the knees bent a little. Lift both heels. And step your right foot back to the top. 1, 2, or 3 steps. Wriggle it up. Back knee comes down. Hands come back to your hips. Lift from your chest. And then hands back to the floor or to your blocks. Step to the top, feet hip width. And then fold chest to thighs. Breathe in halfway up, hands to your thighs, lift your chest. All the way up, reach your arms. And back to the start. Okay, we start on the other side. Breathe in and reach up. Tailbone lengthens. Breathe out. Soften your knees as you come down. Breathe in, lengthen the spine a bit more. And then step your left leg back. Knee down, hands to your hips. So I like to really squeeze the shoulder blades back. Keep that front foot pressing down. And then hands to the floor. Really spread your fingers. Press back, hips up and back. Okay, lift the heels. We're stepping the left foot to the top. Take your time. Back knee to the floor, hands to your hips. Hands to the floor or the blocks and step to the top. And folding in, chest to thighs. Halfway up. Belly in. All the way up. Back to the start. Breathe in, reach up. Strengthen your thighs, lengthen your tailbone. Breathing out. Belly stays in as we fold down. Breathe in, bend your knees as much as you need to. Step your right leg back, knee down. Hands to your hips. Now draw the shoulder blades back, lengthen the tailbone, and then reach the arms. There's a couple of breaths. And then replace the hands. And again, press back, down dog. Hips really high, lift your heels. And then slowly drop the heels. With a nice little bend in the knees. Lift the heels so you're back on your toes and then step your right foot back to the top. Left knee to the floor, hands to your hips. And then inhale, reach up again. As you reach the arms, you're lengthening the tailbone down. Exhale, hands to the floor or your blocks. Inhale, we'll step to the top. Feet hip width back where we started. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. So belly really draws in here as you lift your chest. And then all the way up. Straight onto the left side. Exhale, let's fold all the way down. Inhale, so we get a bit more length through the back. And then take your left leg back. Knee to the floor, hands to your hips. So here we find this nice lengthening through the left side hip flexors. Reach the arms. There's support and subtle strengthening through the pelvic stabilisers. Exhale, hands down. Inhale. Down dog with the hips really high. Here we're lengthening out the spine. Lift your heels. Step your left foot to the top. Back knee down, hands to your hips. So as the shoulders come back, drop them down as well, away from the ears. The neck is long. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. But breathe freely, breathe when you need to. Inhale, step to the top. And exhale, you might fold in a little bit further. Inhale, part way, feel that strength from the deeper belly. And then all the way. So one more round, but we're going to include something else right in the center of that little sequence. So inhale, reach up. As you reach up, strengthen the legs, strengthen the belly. Breathing out as we fold down. Breathing in, long back, and then send your right toes back. knee to the floor, hands to your hips. Spread your front toes, press that foot into the ground, reach the arms up. Belly and hips working together. Exhale, hands down. This time we're stepping back to a plank. Lengthen your tailbone, scoot forwards, drop your knees, and then ever so slowly come all the way down to the ground. Keep your belly drawing in. Plant your hands next to your ribs, roll your shoulders back, peel up. Little baby cobra there. Exhale, back down. Repeat that action. Press your toenails into the floor. Roll the shoulders back, peel up. And exhale down. Tuck your toes. Now as you press onto your knees, lift from your belly. And then downward facing dog. Lift the heels, send the right foot back to the top. If it only comes part way, give it a hand. Back knee to the floor, hands to the hips. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands down. Step to the top, folding in, part way up, all the way up. Last side, exhale, fold. Inhale. And send your left foot back, toes come down, knee comes down, hands to the hips. Now gaze straight ahead, find your focus. Reach the arms, couple of breaths, get long through the spine and the hip flexors. Exhale, hands down. So we'll go back to plank again, nice and long. Belly draws in. Let's use the knees and slowly all the way down. Release the toes, inhale. As you roll up, your head comes up last. Exhale, roll back down. One more inhale. Exhale. Press back up. Hips all the way up. Lift the heels, send the left foot back to the top. Knee down, hands to your hips. Keep trying to spread the toes there on that front foot. Keep the knee tracking forwards and reach the arms. Hands to the floor. Step to the top. Fold in a little bit. Remember, you can keep the knees bent as they need to be there. Inhale halfway. And all the way back to the start. Okay, just stand tall. Take one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest. And either just gaze softly into the distance, or you might like to close your eyes just for a moment. And just notice yourself breathing. See if you can visualize your lungs expanding on that breath in. And deflating as you breathe out. And see if you can allow the in-breath and the out-breath to be the same in length. Consciously filling the lungs. Using that full space, that full capacity that they have. Relax your arms, loosen your shoulders, loosen your legs. Okay, thank you. Have a great run. Notice the difference and enjoy the rest of your day.